your science class. So in today's class, we will do the other properties of water. From the last lesson, we did the properties where we saw the appearance of water like water is a liquid which is tasteless, colorless and odorless. We also have seen some behavioral appearances like water shows cohesion, it shows adhesion and it also shows capillary action. In today's lesson, we will do some other properties of water with some interesting activities. So students, we will do a new activity today where you will see that water can climb. Students, I have taken a glass of water and added red ink to it to give it a color. As you know that water is colorless, but by adding red ink to it, it will get this red color. Now I will take a tissue paper and will dip it inside the water. Now see students, you can see that the water has stick to the walls of the paper. This shows the property which we did in the last class, that is adhesion. Now you will see slowly the water is rising up on the tissue paper. So water is climbing up. What do we call this property as? Earlier the water was here. Now the water is slowly climbing up. This is known as capillary action of water. Some substances, they float on water, but some substances, they sink in water. So what is the reason behind? Let's see it through an interesting activity. To understand which substance will sink and which will float, let's see an interesting activity with a glass of water, some pieces of paper, some small stones, some coins and a small leaf. Let's see which one will sink and which one will float. Let's start with a coin. I have taken a coin and I'll put it in water to see whether it sinks or float. Oh, so I can see that this coin has sank in water. Let's see what happens when we take up a stone. Let's see whether it will float or sink. Oh, so the stone also, it just sank and went to the bottom of the glass. Now let's try the activity with a piece of paper, a small piece. Look at this students, is it floating or has it sink? I can say that it is floating on water. Let's take out this piece of water and try the same activity with the leaf. See, you can see that the leaf is floating on water. So, why is it so? Things which are denser, which are heavier than the volume of water, they sink to the bottom. Things which are lighter like this leaf or this piece of paper, then the volume of water below will easily float. So what have we understood here? That if the substance is heavier than the volume of water, it sinks and goes to the bottom like this coin or these stones. Things which are lighter and less heavier than the volume of water present, it will easily float on water. So students, let's take a bottle and open it up so that it becomes an open container. Now with the help of a safety pin, I have made 4 holes at equal distances from each other. I hope you can see these holes. Now I will tape these holes and fill this bottle with water. So students, this is how I have masked all the holes by a tape. Now you must be thinking that why did I make those holes, or why am I masking those holes now? It's because I want to demonstrate that how pressure in liquids acts at different depths. I am holding it horizontally so that water does not come out. Now let's see how the water comes out from different holes. I will slowly remove the tape from this point till this point, and you will see from the topmost hole and then the next hole and then the next hole and the final hole how the water comes out. Please observe carefully the way the water is coming out. Now let's do it. I am opening this bottle so that it becomes an open container. Let's unmask the water bottle. I am keeping it here, and let's see what happens next. So students, if you can see, the water is coming out and reaching to different depth. Pressure at this point is maximum because whole water was applying the pressure. Pressure at this point is less than this one because this column was applying the pressure. So students, as we saw the demonstration, pressure in liquids is different at different levels. Pressure will come out from all the holes, but the water which will come out from the bottom hole will travel the farthest, and the water which will come out from the topmost hole will travel the least. Why is it so? Because the pressure is highest at the bottom hole, whereas it is lowest at the topmost hole. So pressure increases with depth. Now let's see what happens when we have made holes at the same depth. So I have made holes at these points which is equal from every place. Now I will again tape them, fill them with water, and will show you what happens when we untape it. I have taped it, as you can see. Now we will remove the tape slowly. And we'll see what happens. So students, as you can see, the water is flowing equally from all the sides. Can you see that? Please observe closely. It is coming from all the holes and reaching to the equal levels. So pressure is same at all the levels, therefore it is coming equally and reaching the equal depths. So students, let's see the effect of pressure on liquids at the same depth. As you saw in the demonstration, when the holes are at same level, the water comes out from all the holes and it travels the equal distance. So pressure remains same at same level or depth. Therefore, water travels to equal distance from all the holes. So students, to summarize today's lesson and properties of water, what have we learned till now? Water appears as a liquid which is colorless, odorless and tasteless. It shows different behaviors like cohesion, where water molecules stick to each other, adhesion, where water molecules stick to the surfaces of other substances like glass, bottle, cloth, etc. Water is a universal solvent because it dissolves many different substances like salt, sugar and different ions. Water shows capillary action, that is, water climbs up the wall of substances because it has cohesion and adhesive properties. Water shows that some substances float on water and some sink in water. Lastly, in today's session, we understood with the activity that pressure in water increases with the depth. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and we'll meet in the next class where you will come up by at least doing these activities by your own with the help of your parents. Please do the worksheet 10 to understand it.